Hello everybody and welcome back to more Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. I am the Wayfaring Pilgrim. When we last left off, we went into Bleak Falls Barrow to recover the Golden Claw for Lucan at the Riverwood Trader. After retrieving the claw, we headed deeper into the barrow and found the secret to Bleak Falls Barrow. This consisted of a word wall and the Dragonstone, and what we're going to do in this session is we're going to head to Whiterun, talk to the Jarl, let him know about the impending dragon threat, and then see where the story goes from there. So, without further ado, let's make our way to Whiterun. So, it is quite a ways to Whiterun, so this gives me time to talk about a few things. First of all, I just want to thank all you guys who have stayed subscribed to the channel, who have continued to support my videos and support the channel in any way. It really means a lot that you guys are patient enough to stick with me through this difficult time in the channel's existence.
You lead.
My laptop has been giving me no end of problems. I think it's working now though, it seems to be. I just took a quick look at the preview. Looks about right. So hopefully we can get a full session out of this, and hopefully this will stay working. There's some revelers there. I'm gonna miss that encounter. I'm not really too bothered about it. So the second thing I wanted to talk about was what I did off screen. So you guys didn't miss much. I basically just improved my stuff, improved Sven's stuff. I made a few extra potions, sold the stuff I didn't want, you know, the usual stuff that you do after coming back from an adventure. So you guys didn't miss much. And finally, I want to talk a little bit about Whiterun. So, we are going to be spending quite a while in Whiterun. There are a bunch of quests to do here, and this place is going to be your best friend in terms of leveling your character. And there's two reasons for that. Number one, Whiterun has everything you need in order to level your character in terms of crafting. There's a fully fledged blacksmithing forge inside Whiterun. So it's got a smelter, tanning rack, grindstone workbench, and the forge of course. There are 2 alchemy tables in town, and there's also an enchanting table. So you've got everything you need. And the second thing is that Whiterun, and in and around Whiterun, is teeming with skill books. There are 6 in town, and then in and around Whiterun you've got one in Redrun Retreat, Valfine Keep, Solid Moon's Camp, there's 2 in Gallows Rock, there's Dustman's Cairn that's got one, I think Hamvir's Rest has got one, there's 2 just outside Swindler's Den, and there's 1 in Swindler's Den, but that is the one we've got. There's 1 just in the wilderness for Conjuration, and there's also quests as well that get you skill points. When I was actually counting up the skill points you can get from Whiterun, I think I made it 17. So that is a lot of skill points right there. Another encounter that you run into just outside Whiterun is this battle. Some warriors fighting a giant, so let's help them out because why not?
That takes care of that.
Done. Okay.
You handle yourself well. You could make for a decent shield sister.
What's a shield sister?
An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough.
Can I join you?
Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
Getting tired of hanging around talking all day.
Alright, Farkas. No need for that. Take my arrows back. And continue on. So, I guess we'll go and see the leader of the companions when we have a chance. But the Jarl is the most important person for right now. There are dragons about. And we can't be having that. We can't. The dragons must be dealt with before anything else. Says the person who's going to be doing everything that you can do in this game. I see myself losing track of battling dragons. Or battling the dragon that we need to beat, as in Alduin. I see myself getting sidetracked heavily, doing all the side quests. But if you don't play Skyrim by doing side quests alongside the main stuff, then you're not playing it right. Simple as that. You don't just do the main stuff, no. You do the other stuff as well.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
I have news from Helgen, dude.
Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
I don't know what speech skill you need for that. I think you need 17, but I'm not certain. But you can always bribe the guard. Bribery tends to work. I am surprised that Wood Elves don't have a bonus to speech skill though. I mean, you think they would, because their sneak and archery is quite good, so speech usually falls into that category.
I've got your back.
Need to trade things for you.
What do you want me to carry?
I want your corundum, and I want the iron, or at least some of it.
Lead on.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Jorlund Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
So yeah, just a little sense for what Whiterun's like. A neutral town in the land of Skyrim. Hasn't actually pledged allegiance to either of the factions in the war. Sven?
Still here.
Need to trade things with you.
What do you want me to carry?
I want you to carry my ingots and my leather strips. Hopefully this will lighten the load on you a little bit.
Lead on.
And as you can see, you've got everything you need. Smelter, forge, grindstone, talon rack, workbench. Everything you need. Adrian?
Guts. I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in Whiterun. Jorlund Greymane's got that honor. Man's steel is legendary. All I ask is a fair chance.
Do you work the forge all day, girl?
Aye, that I do. I've got to, if I hope to be as good as Jorlund Greymane someday. In fact, I just finished my best piece of work. It's a sword. I made it for the Jarl, Balgruf the Greater. It's a surprise. I don't even know if he'll accept it, but... Listen, could you take the sword to my father, Proventus Avenici? He's the Jarl's steward. He'll know the right time to present it to him.
Yeah, sure, I'll do it.
Thanks.
What do you have for sale?
Take a look.
Yeah, lockpick. That's what I want. No spare arrows. They're a bit pricey. not going to buy the Orcish arrows. They do fall in the category of spare arrows, but I don't want to spend 9 gold per arrow. So I'll just stick with the lockpick. I could buy the silver ore if I wanted, but I'm going to leave it for now.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
The lockpick was enough. I'm only going to buy spare iron and steel arrows.
You know what's wrong with Skyrim these days? Everyone is obsessed with death.
Right, what we want to do is we want to go in the alchemist place first. Then we'll go and see the general trader.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. You look rather pale. Could be ataxia. It's quite a problem back home in Cyrodiil.
What you got for sale?
Take a look.
Right, so just want to look at ingredients for now. So I'm going to do the same thing as I did in Riverwood, just buy the stuff that's affordable. So definitely not buying that. Daedra Heart. No. None of this stuff. Oh, we're buying quite a bit of stuff though. Some cheap stuff, but all this stuff a little bit out of my my price bracket.
Come back anytime if you need a remedy.
May as well test these ingredients out. Sweet. Alchemy lab time. Okay, damage health definitely happening.
You brewed a truly vile poison there. I pity the beast that tastes that.
Fortify health. Resist frost.
I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare. Do let me know if I can be of service.
Resist shock sounds good. Restore health. Nothing there. And
If
then
there's anything I can help you with, you have but to ask.
useless stuff. Fortify marksman, nice. Resist magic, sure. Restore stamina, okay.
You'll
Right,
find
let's
tonics, salves, poultices, and potions on my shelves. Browse to your heart's content.
Let's do some experimenting. Let's go with that. Okay, we've got damage health. So let's take that out.
I sell cures for all ills, and I'll be happy to serve you.
I guess we'll whip those up. Good and proper. Ravage Magicka.
If there's anything I can help you with, you have but to ask.
Sure. Restore Magicka. Okay, nice. What else can we do? Fortify smithing.
I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare. Do what...
Alright. Some good stuff there. Let's see what we can put on favourites though. So, these poisons are definitely happening. That is for sure. Fortify health. Restore health. Why not? Put weak poison on favourites as well. Okay, we can sell the rest of this stuff though. And from you, I would like to buy weak poison and cure disease, I think. If I can find cure disease, there it is. Just the one.
Come back anytime if you need a...
How are we doing for gold? Not bad. 1,900. Plenty. Plenty of gold for the general trader.
Foolish old woman. You know nothing. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Nothing. And what of my son?
Chops and steaks fit for
What of
Jarl.
Thorald?
Come and see my
Is
selection
he
of the
nothing?
finest quality meats.
So don't talk to me about suffering.
Your son chose his side and he chose poorly, and now he's gone. Such is the way of war. The sooner you accept his loss, the better.
I will
Finest
never
cuts,
accept
fresh
his
from the
death.
wilds.
My son still lives. I feel it in my heart.
Those green apples
So
you
tell
sold
me,
the other day were
Battleborn,
delicious.
where is he? Where are you
they?
holding my
I always
Thorald?
set some aside for myself when the traders bring them up
Do
from the
you
south.
believe this old
I'm sure you could charge double for those and still sell them all within a week.
holding him?
Right.
Why,
Tired of
I've
waiting.
got him in my
Had enough
cellar.
fish and fowl.
He's my
Treat yourself and
prisoner.
your kin to a choice cut of
Face
steak
it, Carl.
or tender rack
Your
of ribs.
stupid son is dead. He died a Stormcloak traitor. And you best keep your mouth shut before you suffer the same.
Wow.
Father, there's nothing more to be said here.
Massive amounts of WoW involved.
All I can think about is my son, my Thorald. They say that he was killed, but I know better. I know my son is alive.
Just because I'm a
Those
Grey Mane doesn't mean I can't
Battleborn,
earn my own
they're in with the Imperials. They know it too, and yet they lie to my very face.
How do you know the lion?
It's not wise to discuss it here.
Jarl. Come and see my
Please,
selection of
if
the
you
finest
truly wish to help, meet me at my home. I'll tell you the whole story.
Okay. Talk 2 years older as well.
Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda.
fish and fowl.
You're looking to become a merchant?
Before my ma and Da passed, I told them that one day I'd become the best trader in Skyrim. I met one of the caravan leaders, Madran. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done.
I'll do it.
You'd do that? If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading. Help you get a fair bargain in the future?
Sure.
Farewell.
Right, let's go and see Bellathor next then. Bellathor's General Goods. And then we'll head up to Dragon's Reach and talk to the Jarl.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. Everything's for sale, my friend. Everything. If I had a sister, I'd sell her in a second.
Well, how's business?
Interesting, to say the least. What with all that's been going on. On the one hand, supplies are harder to come by since fewer traders are traveling the roads these days. But on the other, the scarcity of supplies has led to some, well, elevated prices. All that matters is that I have what you need, and it's worth every septum.
Elevated. A very interesting choice of words.
Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
I bet you do. Let's see if you actually have what I want. Lockpicks. Yeah, 7 of them. I could buy the mammoth tusk from him, but we can get one for free, so I'm not going to bother. I'll buy the poison. And that's it. No spare arrows.
Do come back.
I might. One day, I may come back to your shop and buy more stuff from you. But we've got so many poisons now. How many poisons have we got now? We've got 10, 12, 16, 20. Wow.
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thieves' den. I can't stop now.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here.
To
We'll be
starve
ready.
your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
I just need to hire one, maybe 2 good men. You won't starve.
I work with my mother.
I'll put it
Sell
plainly.
fruits and
You
vegetables.
can claim your sword,
It's fun
or
most
you can
days,
keep your
but
wife.
hard work.
If you set foot outside that gate, I won't be here when you return.
Well, that's an ultimatum.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
What were you two arguing about?
My Sapphire doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's trophy room.
Do you need any help?
I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby, but I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun guards or maybe hire the companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you.
What bandit camp is it? Redrun's Retreat, okay.
If you find that sword, please.
Redrun's Retreat is quite a good bandit camp, actually. We can get some cool stuff from there. And there is a skill book in Redrun's Retreat as well for... It's either speech or sneak. I can't remember which. I think it's sneak.